deer in the headlights. I can't think. I can't see what is happening to you. What is happening to me? Welcome to Black Tower Podcast Poetry Slam Night.
We're gonna have a great podcast this evening.
We are going to have a great podcast this evening. It's going to be a great podcast. Mm-hmm.
Not quite that severe, but yes.
Not quite that severe because it's going to be more severe. The most severe that you've ever had.
Woo!
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Hi everybody, welcome. It is the Black Tower Podcast. We are here doing our Black Tower Podcast things on this beautiful Tuesday evening. And it's time for another Tainted Tuesday. Unless you're listening to this on Friday when it normally comes out, which is fine. You can do that too. But if you're a Patreon, you get to listen to it on Stop the echo, my guy. God.
Chaos.
Oh my God. Oh, that's right. So, hi, everybody. So, we are the Black Tower Podcast. I am Josh. I am the Sorvan Mahale. And you do have to say it with the accent. It's a thing that has to happen.
Difficult. I am Aes Sedai, your Ethan Mahale. No accent required, but gloves are, so.
Tis true. No glove, no Ethan Mahale. And normally we have a third very attractive gentleman with us. His name is Andrew. He is the Bijan Mahale. He's currently out mahaling some Bijans. He's on Black Tower Business doing Black Tower things. And that's how we like to have it. That's how we like to do it here at the Black Tower.
That's all you need to know about it.
It's classified. It's sealed to the Mahale. Yeah, that's right. Don't you wish you could know things? Well, not even
we get to know it.
Not even no secret. Not even we get to know. Oh, but thank you anyway for being here. We really appreciate you being here. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna do something that we love to do at the and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. Reese, are you excited? I'm excited.
I'm always excited. This
On a
is my
scale of one?
excited face. Didn't you realize?
I did know that. I was just wanting like maybe some of our watchers who don't know what your excited face looks like to know that you could express your excitement.
I expressed my excitement in the form of.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be a squishy tube thing? It's a squishy tube thing, isn't it?
Of course it is. I got the Magnum. The Magnum
squishy thing.
for Joline.
Whoa.
Calm down, Joline.
Water.
Don't go running out, Joline.
So that's your hint. That's your hint for what we're talking about tonight. We're doing another Black Tower Podcast famous background breakdown where we take a background character that we think just doesn't get enough love and attention, and we talk about them and we give them all the love and attention that they want. Similar to our episode on Talmanes, where it was just me gushing over Talmanes the entire night. That's what I did. I did that all night. It was like a 12-hour episode that we had to cut down because, and even 12 hours wasn't. But before we continue on, Reese, would you like to do some kind of a spoiler warning for them as our Aethon Mahale in charge of protecting people from tainty spoilers?
I mean, I do always like to be up for protection.
Mm-hmm.
I like the gloves. I like the loves. So I guess our spoiler tonight will be coming from
and mine.
North Harbor.
Oh my God, North Harbor. Do you have access to the audios?
Probably.
I don't have access. Andrew has access to the audio.
Wait, where? That's not it. I'm sure that's not it. There's a folder. Oh, I like that folder.
I don't see any of them. I think he's got them stored on like his main computer. So you know what? We're just gonna do our own tonight.
That's not fair.
I know. I don't
Hmm.
see them at all.
All right, so then we're gonna have to make a new one. Hold on, let me get my gloves. Welcome to the Black Tower Podcast. I'm Reese. You're Ethan Mail. Tonight's podcast.
The audio, the gloves, and like the head. It's like a headphone warning. Like
Hold
all of all of the latex sluts in the audience just came. I want you to know that.
on. If you're still here. Tonight's podcast will contain spoilers through everything, all of it. We got all of it up in here. In fact, I'm probably not gonna be able to get this glove back off. Uh,
That's how deep we have to go.
we're going through all of the books of the Wheel of Time, and then back again.
And then back again. Oh God. If you are one of those people that has a latex kink, you're welcome. That one was for free. You didn't even have to subscribe to our only tank.
And if you're one of them that has a phobia, we're so sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry if you don't like. Well, actually,
Bad. I don't.
but now that
It's not latex. It's nitrile. But
oh,
close enough. They are ambidextrous gloves.
that's right.
It's not really relevant, but it is a fact.
Tis a fact. Well, tonight is a background breakdown for Joline, 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 Joline. I'm begging you, please don't take my water. That doesn't work. It's not the best, but it is. We are talking about Joline Maza, who is a Green Ajah Aes Sedai.
That's why we got this.
She is. That's why we got the green tube squishy thing because we want to talk about the Green Aes Sedai.
We do.
Ooh. Anyway, no, she is. She's great. We love her. She is actually a priss and a snot, and we love a snotty woman because that's what she is, and she drives Matt absolutely crazy. But in the end, she's pretty cool. She does some pretty cool stuff, and she's a pretty cool lady who does some pretty cool stuff with her pretty cool people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Jolene as someone who used to be at the White Tower? What do you think about Ms. Jolene Maza?
I think she's one of those. She has ambition, and I think that kind of a lot of people do, but she kind of gets burned by her ambition, and then I feel like she feels like she has something to prove, and boy, Matrim is just the hardest person to try and do that with.
He really
And
is.
I feel like she kind of gets like, as much as she would not like to admit it, I feel like she kind of benefits from his luck a bit because I think things could have gone more poorly for her
Without him,
without him around.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so true. So, okay, so she first appears in The Shadow Rising, right? Well, here, let's go back. Let's do this first. She is an Aes Sedai. She's a sitter of the Green Ajah. She's not just of the Green Ajah, she's a sitter. She is tall and slender with large, pretty brown eyes. She has two orders, Blerick and Fen, and Blerick and Fen threaten to kill Matt at least 5 times a chapter. I swear. I think they do.
As is tradition.
She was born in 899 NE and is 101 years old in the events where we see her enter the fray.
Doesn't look a day older than 99.
Doesn't look a day over 99, and it's so crazy. It's just so crazy how their aging slows down. That's one of them things. That's one of them wheel of time things that happens with magic. They don't age.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So she first appears in the Shadow Rising, and I'm trying to remember what she does in the Shadow Rising. Is this when she's leaving the tower to go investigate the Shanchan? Is that what it is? Hold on, let me look.
Um. So yeah. Um, I have such a hard time keeping everything in order nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have done the reboot,
Oh,
but
you know
I'm
what?
on a pirate ship right now, and it's a different type of pirate ship, the Sunflower, but I think it's a line.
I think this is well because Jolene is one of the ones who stood with Elida to
Yes.
depose Swan Sache, and this is the chapter in which Swan is deposed. So I
Ah, okay.
believe what's happening is in her first appearance, she's just one of the people who shows
Swan,
up to be like, "Hey, Swan, you suck.
you.
We don't like you no more."
We don't like you as much as we like Elida.
Yeah, which is something we're gonna regret later. But ha, for now, it's great.
Hmm.
Elida's so cool. Like, why do you
She's
suck so
so
very
cool. Guess what, Jolene? Sorry. Poor Jolene. Yes. So she does. She stands with Elida when Suwan is deposed. Um, but then is also put in charge of finding Swan when she disappears.
Oh, she's tracking down Swan?
She's supposed to be, and that doesn't
Oh,
go so well.
oh,
So
that's
she
right.
falls out of grace with Elida.
And then when she that and then that's when she sends Jolene and Teslin to Abu Dar, which is essentially
Like a,
exile,
yeah,
right?
it's
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 essentially
basic. Yeah, it's
like
like a penance
you.
for not performing, for not
Yes.
finding.
Which if you don't perform, you get a penance.
That's everybody knows that. Away she goes. Away she goes, boys.
That it do be like that. She's from Tyr, isn't she? I think she is.
Sounds right.
Because it's either her or Teslin that's from Tyr, but they do the whole
Hmm.
which is why we've got the pirate ship on there. Because yeah, it is Jolene.
Do we?
No, 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 it was Teslin.
The
Teslin is from Ilion,
peasants from Ilion.
and
Jolene
Ilioners are the one who
is
do
a.
this.
They do be on it. I feel like Jolene is one of those. She's kind of just swept along in the pattern, and honestly, does pretty well with it.
Well, so well, yeah. So okay, so Jolene is one of the women in Ebudar when the
Mhm.
Shanchan arrives. She's not captured, so she's never worn the Adom except for once. She wears the Adom when they're escaping the city because they have to make it look like she's a Damane, and she doesn't like the idea. She hates it. She thinks it's vile. She thinks it's filthy, but she doesn't understand like the true depth of horror that comes with the Adom, right?
Right.
And so she has this like really removed kind of view of the Sean Chan. Like she hates them. She's like, they suck. Obviously they do. But like, do they really suck all that much? I mean, they suck because they enslave channelers, and that's of the utmost suckiness. But she doesn't understand like the depth of cruelty that go into the Adom. And she kind of gets a small taste of that when they leave. And it was actually was it Satala Anand is the one who actually convinces her to do it. She's like, hey, let's do this. It's okay, it's fine.
Is she the one who? And my memory's not so great on this, but she kind of thinks like, well, why wouldn't they just resist? Type of thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, where she just like kind of doesn't really fully understand like you can't like you can't resist until she's in that. And then I think she kind of almost doubles down because she feels guilty for not having actually been through it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I lost my
I lost my whole train.
um so she ends up fleeing, so they flee Abu Dar with Matt. They end up going to Val and Luca's traveling show. They travel the whole way. They get into a lot of like different conflicts with the Suldam and the Shanchan people who are there is with Tuon.
Yeah, it's this like really like it's like a very I don't know what word to give it, but it's like a very like fine kind of truce
Yeah,
where it's like it's just it's basically Matt is the only one holding everything together. where he's like, no, no, you're not gonna take them captive, or not gonna arrest them, or not gonna sound the alarm on them, or
Right.
like,
Well, and this is where we get one of Robert Jordan's famous point of view problems, right? Because he talks about because Jolene is kind of like almost disgusted at Teslin, like pull yourself together. You are an Aes Sedai. How dare you act so shamefully right now? You are showing weakness. You are reflecting weakness on the White Tower right now, and it's because she's never been trained as a domane. She's never had that, and she just doesn't understand. It's something so far outside of her scope of understanding that she doesn't understand how Teslin can be so afraid of. And
mm,
so she has a lot of attitude with the Suldam. And I think at one point in time they're all in the same wagon, and who is it that gets collared? I think Teslin gets collared again, and it's like all three of the Aes Sedai get collared or something like that, and Tuon is like, "I'm gonna teach you a lesson, you jerks," and it's like this really tense moment, and Matt comes in and is like, "No, we're not doing this." It like takes the collars off of all the Aes Sedai, and Teslin like immediately like like
mm,
breaks down into a sobbing in tears. But there is a lot of tension. There's a lot of sparks, not the good
yeah,
kind of tension either, between the Aes Sedai and the Suldam, and they are like at each other's the whole trip,
yeah.
driving everyone crazy.
And yeah, unfortunately, Jolene is like one of those people who just has absolute zero empathy for a situation she's not been through. Where she just like she is so judgmental about it, and just cannot wrap her mind around what it could possibly be like. And it's one of those things where it's like it's so infuriating to read, because you're like, oh my gosh, how can you be so like cold hearted towards someone going through this horrible thing? But at the same time, it's like we all know people like this.
Yeah,
We all know people like this, that it's almost a defense mechanism to like feel like this, because they don't want to have to think about themselves going through it. And so it's easier to like act like you don't know. Like you can't possibly be handling it well, than
yeah.
to think
So
it's a shitty situation, you know?
I think one of the things that I enjoy specifically with Jolene's story in this particular case, because again, she is operating from a position of power. She is operating from a position of I am an Aes Sedai of the White Tower, and I can do whatever I want, and you can't tell me who to be or how to be or what to be, and uh, and so Matt during while they're traveling with the circus, while they've got sparks and tension with the Suldam and the Shan Chan, Matt comes into a caravan one day to see Jolene just bitch slapping the hell out of Bethamin. And Bethamin is one of the Suldam who was collared by an Adom. And it was Bethamin and was it Rena? I think Rena. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, there's Bethamin and one other who was a Suldam and was or no, it was the other two. Bethamin is the one who discovered them. Bethamin is the one who discovered the two Suldam trying to escape the Adom, and they were sick and they were terrified and everything was bad. And Matt walks into the caravan to find Jolene just slapping the shit out of Bethamin, and Matt is like, "Stop it, knock it off." Grabs Jolene, puts her over his knee. Like, come on, like this. I love Robert Jordan's writing style. Like, he puts her over his knee and gives her a sound spanking. Like, because it's just what you do. Um,
Allegedly.
allegedly. And then so he starts spanking her, and she's obviously infuriated and humiliated, and what the hell? And she starts channeling at Matt because she's Aes Sedai and she can do that. And she finds out that her weaves don't touch because he's wearing the fox head medallion. And then she starts hurling things at him with the one power because she's so mad. And it's Teslin who's like, "Hey, hey, hey, stop. Matt's good. We we like Matt. Don't do that. Matt saved me." And what wasn't it? Wasn't it Bethamin? Didn't Bethamin do something with the one power? like that used a large, yeah, this is what attracted Matt's attention, because Bethman channeled and did something like really super dangerous, and he used a lot of the one power, but it's because she doesn't know how to control it. And so the reason Bethman was slapping her is because she was, she could have killed everybody, and she could have destroyed everything around them, and it was a whole bad situation. And that's when Matt was not understanding what's going on, and he decided to kind of tell Jolene to get off. And then Bethman's the first one that kind of accepts it and starts learning how to use the one power. Is that, I think that's right, because Jolene starts teaching Bethman about it.
Yeah, I think you're right. So much drama section.
So much drama.
And it's funny because it's around Matt, and he's just like,
Oh, so okay, right, for real, Matt. Oh my God, poor Matt. He's so fed up with it. He's so fed up with it. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm so over this." When Jolene finds out that Tuon is who she is, because that's the other thing. The Aes Sedai do not know who Tuon is. They do not. They just think she's like some Shan Chan person traveling with the circus.
garbage. Sorry.
This garbage.
I mean, not incorrect, but still.
um, this is what I was talking about before, where the because Jolene starts talking to Tuon and starts telling her, "Hey, we should have an alliance with the White Tower. You should stop capturing women that channel, and we should be allied together." And she's trying to like work a truce here so that she can get the release of the Aes Sedai have been captured, and blah 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 blah. She's doing her Aes Sedai thing, and eventually, Tuon has had enough, and Seleucia puts an Adam on Jolene, and I think it's Teslin is the other one. And the Matt comes in. That's when he figures out that, oh my gosh, what's going on. He takes off the Adam. He like diffuses the situation. He's like, no, we're not going to do this. Jolene, here's the deal. I'm going to take these Adam and I'm going to bury them somewhere, and I'm going to hide them so that they can't have them. However, you have to promise me that you will not bother them anymore, because honestly, you're bothering them. And I am also 100% done with your shit. So knock it off. Stop being such an Aes Sedai.
If at all within your power, please stop being yourself.
I mean, she's 100, right? She is definitely the old dog who cannot learn new tricks in this case. This is exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Um, uh, we do. Let's see. When they leave the circus, Jolene and the other Aes Sedai go with Matt. And then they travel with the Band of the Red Hand. There was the Shan Chan battle where Matt comes into the Band of the Red Hand. They fight with the Shan Chan, and Matt is like, "Hey, do you guys want to like maybe help?" And the Aes Sedai are like, "Nope, can't help. Sorry, can't do it. We're not threatened enough." And Matt is like, "You stupid! I hate you! I hate you! I want you gone! I do not like you! I do not like you at all!"
Mm-hmm. And they're like, so sad. That's so sad that she doesn't like us. So we want some horses.
And then eventually she goes, "Oh wait, I guess that now I feel threatened. So now I guess we can fight." She has to
Okay.
wait for a little bit.
Matt's standing there with a knife at their throats, like, get to it.
Right? Here's the threat. Here's the threat. Are you ready?
Do you
If you
feel
don't fight,
threatened yet?
I'll kill you. And you know it's a threat because you can't channel at me.
Yeah.
And so then they fight. We have all the fun, and they beat the Shan Chan thoroughly. He ends up sending. Oh, but it wasn't just Shan Chan though. It was Dark Friend Shan Chan, right? Also, ah,
They like were
you
slightly teamed up.
scared
Ah!
me.
That was terrifying.
I know.
Startling.
Quite startling. Which makes me scared for my life. Yeah, so after the battles, they keep traveling with the Band of the Red Hand, and actually Jolene goes with them to Hinder. She is in their party that goes to Hinderstap. I don't know. Do you say Hinderstap or Hinderstap?
Understep. Is this like a voting thing?
I don't know.
Hinderstep. Hinders app. What's a
Hinderst app
Hinderstep? No, I'm not. I'm not.
or
There's
hinders
nothing
step
wrong with me. I say Hinderstep.
or hinder step. Maybe there's people out there
No, that's acceptable.
Uh, um, I do also love that uh, this whole time Jolene is like walking this line between Matt is a little jerk and a good warder.
You should let me dandle him on my knee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. She goes back and forth. She's like, "Oh, I hate you so much. Why don't you let me bond you real quick? Just for a while."
I hate you so much. Why don't you let me spend my life with you
Mm.
just for a little bit? Um, yeah. And then my brains are scrambled. Okay, so we have the Shan Chan battle. She like saunters into the battle. She starts killing Darkbrand, Shan Chan's. She has a crush on Matt, but she love hates Matt. She's not sure which one. Then she goes into Hinder. Oh, that's right. She goes into Hinterstep with the hope of finding an inn so she can take.
Ah, yes, that's right. That's right. She just a little in, just a little in, just for a little suds and just a little suds and bubble, little
Little
suds and suds.
bubble suds, just some bubble suds. Want some suds?
Uh, but no such luck.
No such luck for Jolene. Okay. With how like prim and prissy she is, do you think that she was like in the bath when Hinderstep turned all psycho zombie on her? And like,
Yeah.
how embarrassed would she be for that?
So, like, she was, yes, 100% yes. That is exactly what happened. And she was so embarrassed that she was like irate. Like, she was throwing the one power like nobody's business because she was so threatened, like, to the core of her being that she would burn anyone from the pattern to avoid them from seeing her. Yeah.
Do you think she got mad like the next day when she found out that all the people she killed for looking at her bubbles were still alive?
Yeah, she stormed back in and killed them all again.
she
When she realized it didn't matter, the rules didn't hold anymore. She's like, "Oh, they come back. Okay,
cool. I can
we go
just
do this again, just until they can't recall. Do you know who I am? Okay. How about now? Still no? Okay."
How about now? They'd be like, "Oh yeah."
Wrong answer.
Wrong answer. Um that's got to be terrible for her actually.
Those little teenage boys are gonna wake up thinking of me every morning
Wanna
for the
think.
rest of their lives. That was the
Um
last thing they saw before they died.
they oh my god, I guess it's a good thing she had two warders though, right? Cuz they started like killing people and she started mowing people down. Um
Damage.
what if
No, they
okay, what if an Aes Sedai warder died in Hinderstep,
to become part of the
right?
thing.
Cuz we do have someone from the Band of the Red Hand who dies in Hinderstep.
Hmm.
What if a warder died?
Did the
Like,
person from the band become a member of Hinderstep?
yes, yeah, because they woke up the next morning and his bedroll was empty, and then they went back into town and he woke up in the town, right?
So he was stuck there.
Along with the two, because they had two captive kids that they were trying to, and all three of them went back to the like teleported back to.
That would
So
be
if
crazy. If you're like trying to heal your warder of a wound at daybreak.
yeah, like how would that affect the bond?
Oh. Oh, is it ripped out every night?
Oh my god! So like the Aes Sedai would have the pain of losing her warder every single night. Or what if it was the other way around? What if it was the Aes Sedai who fell in Hinderstep?
And the warder went into a rage every night and just killed the rest of the
Oh
town.
my god! Oh, what a okay!
We
What
just
a
found the
terrifying!
origin of Hinderstep.
Oh! What if that? Oh,
It
what if
was
that's
a
it?
dark. It was a black Aja sister who was killed in a brawl in the tavern, and the warder went so crazy that he used whatever ungreal he had and created a time loop, a mini wheel. Created a micro wheel of time that just keeps replaying the same day over and over. Instead of an age, it's a day.
Yes, like a whole age in a single day, just over
Uh
and
huh.
over and over. And they
Yeah.
fight Tarman Bloody Gaiden every day.
Yep.
That's crazy. Okay, but that's crazy though. Like for real, that's a fucked up scenario. Yeah, exactly. Um, they wait. They take the village, or they leave the village. They leave Hinderstep. They finally reach Camelin, right? Because Matt,
Allegedly.
they leave Hinderstep. They find another village where Varen is stuck. She sends Matt and the band on to Camelin. Once they get to Camelin, they've demanded of Matt. Jolene has she asked in the fashion of an Aes Sedai. She was like, Matrim Coffin, I require 20 million of your horses, 80,000 pounds of food, 5 traveling things to make my journey luxurious because I am an Aes Sedai. And he was
And
like,
AG7 honey cakes.
um, and, yeah, my brain doesn't work today.
It's okay.
Matt refused them, was like, absolutely the fuck, like, shut up, this is my stuff, you can't take it, I need it. Also, you're kind of rude, and I don't like that you're rude to me right now, so no, you cannot. After that, after they get to Camelin, she asks nice, she does, and
For only
he
66
agrees,
honey.
and he gives her the honey cakes, he
Mm-hmm.
gives her the supplies, he
Mm-hmm.
tells her that she can go and she can take the supplies with her, and he will give her the horses, and he's being really nice to her, and she says thank you, and she has this kind of like very humble moment, which is like extremely crazy for Aes Sedai because Aes Sedai are generally not humble.
What?
I know, shocking, shocking.
I, for one, am shocked. Derailed.
um,
She has this humble moment with Matcha where she's like,
yes.
you really did give me all 66 honey cakes.
And well, and that was the thing, right? Is like you read it in this part of the book, and you're like, oh, that's actually kind of sweet. Like they had this little like moment, and then he gives her these honey cakes, and she rides off. And Matt says something. I think he's what tells Satala. Whoa, you good over there?
Mostly.
As are we all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Matt says, Matt like laughs about the honey cakes because he put some kind of herb in there that will dye her mouth blue for the next like month.
Mm-hmm.
And the last we hear from Jolene is a letter that she sends to Satala Anan, that she and the rest of the party arrive safely in the White Tower, and she sends her regards to Matt, saying that she thanks him for everything, but she does not mention the blue mouth that Matt pranked. I wonder why she doesn't mention that.
It seems weird that she doesn't bring that up.
I love that. I don't know. I just love this. I love Jolene as a character because again, she's the embodiment of Aes Sedai in that she is entirely like unfazed by anything. Right? She thinks everything revolves around her. She has a very Aes Sedai White Tower point of view where you should just bow to the White Tower. You should give me your horses and your food and your money because I'm Aes Sedai. Then you have people like Teslin that have like sampled the world. They've tasted what it feels like to be a Damani, and they're like, "Oh, we need to face a really hard truth that the White Tower is not the authority in the world. Like, we need to acknowledge that." And Jolene doesn't have that. She doesn't have that experience. She's like, "Why would we need to acknowledge that? The White Tower is the authority in the world." Duh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She hasn't had that moment yet where she's like, oh, they don't actually know, do they? That's always a fun moment at work when you're like, wait, do you not know how this
Do you not know how this
works?
works?
Oh.
Well, this is awkward.
Well, okay. I feel like better and worse about myself at the same time.
I'm an Aes Sedai, apparently. Thanks, two geeks. I don't know. I'm in the Black Tower, not the White Tower. Whatever.
Depends on
Um,
what light you're looking at it.
yeah. So, what are your overall thoughts and feelings about Joline Maza? What do you think about?
I think, she tries her best. I think she put her initial money in the wrong team, and then kind of does her best to make up for that. Um, she's very proud. I think that that's one thing, is that she has a lot of pride, and she doesn't like being put at the in the lower hand. Like, she doesn't like being put at the disadvantage, and she's often put at the disadvantage, and I think that's hard for her, and it makes her act out a little bit. But I think if she were to have gotten past that a little better, she could have been much more formidable. But even still, I think she has a role to play, and she plays it.
And she plays it. I don't know. I like her a lot. I do, as a character, because she portrays this character that that we all know, someone that we all go, hey, you really need to like knock it off because that's not how the world works. And they're always so clueless and they're always so ignorant of that, and they don't understand that you can't just walk into a room and kick someone in the face and expect everybody to be like, oh, okay, cool. Like she is very much that person, and Robert Jordan does a great job of explaining why she is that, right? Like why she is the person who does that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's something that people like to. I think that's a theme that people like. Oh, it's the bad guy, but why are they the bad guy? We like to know why they're the bad guy. We like them to. We like to know their backstory. We like to understand why they are the way they are. And when we don't have that, we go, hey, what's going on with this? And she's very much that character. She's very much, without understanding of where she comes from, without understanding of the institution that she's a part of, we would 100% think that she is just a stuck up snob. But because we understand the authority of the institution she has been sort of steeped in, we kind of give her a pass. We kind of go, oh, okay. And that's pretty. I think it makes for a more compelling character. I think it makes for a more three-dimensional character, which is something I love about these books. I love that you can hate a character and still go, okay, but no, it's actually a really good character.
Yeah. I feel like that happened to me a lot with rereads over time.
Oh my gosh,
You know,
yes.
you see the characters in one light, and then you age and you see them in another light. And I remember, oh man, I remember really hating the women the first time through. I was like, oh gosh, they're so mean to one another. They're so catty. They're at one another's throats. They're all competing instead of supporting. That's exhausting. Like, yes, there are definitely examples of that camaraderie, but it's few and far between. And then you give it 10 years, and I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
That camaraderie is few and far between.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
This is very realistic in a very sad way.
Yes. Yeah. No, I like it. I like it a lot. If you also like talking about the weekend and would like to do it in person with, then you should consider purchasing a ticket to the Gathering Madness in October.
Gathering.
It is gathering. It is gathering in Utah.
It is. We're all gathering there with the
We are.
madness.
We
Oh
are.
wait,
It's the
we
madness
are
is
the
going to be there.
madness?
We are the man. Look out for that madness, Mister. We are the madness. Um, no, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk a lot about Wheel of Time stuff. We've got Wheel of Time activities. We're going to have meals of bread and meat and cheese. It's going to be great. There's going to be so much fun. You should come. I put a link in the chat here. There's also going to be a link in the description below. You should be there. You should come.
And
You
if you
should
can't,
absolutely be there.
we're gonna have virtual panels too. We're gonna taste the
Virtual.
taint is gonna be broadcast. You can watch us all, meaning
Supper.
me, make fools of ourselves trying to eat hot stuff that they should never try.
that they
and
should never have created.
there's going to be some fun panels. There's going to be debauchery and yeah,
Lovely, sweet, sweet debauchery.
in-person debauchery, remote debauchery. We love debauchery.
We do. It's a thing. It's a thing we love the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Join us for
join us.
debauchery.
Join us for the taint and the debauchery. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. You should be there. Reese, do you have any other things that our listeners just really need to know right now?
Let's see. You can never pick up too many rocks, so just get bigger pockets.
Words of wisdom from Ethan Mahale. And guys, that's really all I can't do that. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for slurping down this week's dose of taint. We hope wherever you are, you leave here just a little bit more insane than you were when you first got here. From all of us here at the Black Tower, I am Josh.
And I am Reese.
Right, you are. It took you a minute, and that's okay. It's
I
because
figured it out.
you did. You did. You were thinking, and that's fine. This whole night has been an exercise in what happens when brain no work, and that's okay.
It's a lot.
It it is a lot. It is a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So it's Black Jar Podcast. We're done. We're done. I'm out. We're done. Out. Good night. Say good night, Reese.
Good night, Reese.
You've been waiting for this moment, for this feeling to grow. In the shadows, always watching, always running the show. In the tower, you can bring your pain. In the tower, you can feel the strain. You've been having so much trouble